Legend said that whoever could pull out this ancient divine sword would receive the blessings of the gods and become the new ruler of the kingdom. Yet 500 years passed, and no one had ever managed to draw the sword. To find the one truly worthy of the divine sword, Princess decided to hold a sword drawing contest. The host announced that anyone who could pull out the sword would win the princess's hand in marriage. As soon as people heard the news, they rushed to the contest venue one after another. Jack, the heir of a wealthy family, stepped up to challenge first. He had already bribed the staff members and thought he would easily claim victory that day. But the moment he touched the sword's hilt, he was struck to the ground by a powerful electric current. He thought the organizers had electrified the sword, while the crowd at the scene mocked him for lacking strength. Next, Lucy stepped forward. She was a magician who had long been secretly in love with the princess. She believed she was the one the divine sword had been waiting for. She channeled all her magical power and slowly pulled the divine sword upward. Yet, she only managed to draw it 1 centimeter before the sword slid back into its sheath. Jack was stunned by the sight, while everyone was trapped in shock. David, another magician, walked forward slowly. He exerted all his strength and actually pulled the divine sword out about 1 foot. Jack immediately hurried over to ask him to be his master. Just as David wore a proud look on his face, 80-year-old Damon stood up suddenly. It turned out that he also wished to marry the princess. As soon as he walked onto the stage, he cast his magic and gripped the divine sword tightly. The next second, the divine sword was slowly pulled out of its sheath by Damon bit by bit. Just as everyone thought he was going to marry the princess, the divine sword suddenly burst forth with tremendous power and knocked him straight to the ground. Seeing Damon lying on the verge of death, John rushed forward at once and prepared to call emergency services. But Damon could not accept his failure. Helplessly, John reached out, pulled the sword out completely, and handed it to Damon. Damon could not believe his eyes at all and fainted out of fright on the spot. Seeing this scene, John immediately asked if there was a doctor in the crowd. Yet none of the people paid him any attention. Instead, they questioned why he was able to draw the divine sword. John was utterly confused by their reaction. Faced with everyone's doubts, John had no choice but to pull the sword out repeatedly to prove himself. Princess rushed over at once, determined to marry him, but Damon insisted that he had been the one to pull out the divine sword earlier. To ensure fairness, Princess had to let Damon prove his claim in public. However, the moment Damon touched the hilt, he was blasted 800 meters away by the sword in an instant.